Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. RHOC damaging Shannon Beeren footage revealed. Has the damaging footage against RHOC star Shannon Beeren been revealed? After her ex-boyfriend, John Jansen, sued her for $75,000, it seemed there was more to the story. More so, his new girlfriend, Alexis Bellino, was chomping at the bit to spill the tea. It all had to do with video footage. Now the truth behind what was filmed has come out, and it is scary. Keep reading for more details. RHOC damaging Shannon Beeren footage revealed. Alexis Bellino has returned to RHOC after nearly a decade away. She was a full-time cast member from seasons 5 through 8 alongside her husband, Jim Bellino. Then she exited along with Jim and their 3 kids, but they ended up getting a divorce. She found love again and got engaged, but that also fell apart. At the end of 2023, she met a man named John Jansen at the Quiet Woman, and the rest is history. She is convinced they will get married and she is ride or die for him. However, he also happens to be RHOC series regular, Shannon Beeren's ex-boyfriend. They were together for several years, but Shannon paints a very different picture of him. She noted how private he was and that she paid for everything, plus they never spent the nights together. Now that Alexis has returned for season 18, things are murky, and she has come to protect John. One thing she mentioned was there was ring footage of Shannon that was extremely damaging. She did not want to release it because of Shannon's daughters, but what was on it came up during the Thursday, August 22nd episode. According to People, John Jansen had footage of Shannon Beeren nearly running over his daughter while she was intoxicated. In this week's episode, the cast was still split, with one set of women in Big Bear and the other in La Quinta. While Shannon was in La Quinta, Alexis was in Big Bear when she became frantic over a call from John. Newcomer Katie Ganella broke it down for Emily Simpson. Everyone is sick of hearing Alexis Bellino talk about Johnny J, but Emily Simpson made a point. She felt that if they were really happy, they would forget Shannon Beeren and just go and be happy. Currently, Shannon and John are still embroiled in a lawsuit for $75,000, but he keeps wanting more from her. She has maintained that she just wanted to pay him back and avoid the extraneous legal and lawyer fees. Yet he keeps pushing for more from something she believed was a gift. The world of the Real Housewives of Orange County has never been short on drama, but the latest revelation promises to turn the tables in ways no one could have anticipated. Shannon Beeren, the once respected and occasionally chaotic queen of the OC, now finds herself at the center of a scandal that could damage her reputation beyond repair. Damaging footage has surfaced, painting a very different picture of Shannon, a side that even her most loyal fans may find hard to defend. The footage, leaked by an anonymous source, reveals a night out that started with the usual glitz and glamour, but spiraled into a chaotic mess that would leave even the most seasoned reality TV viewers gasping. The scene unfolds in one of Orange County's swankiest spots, where Shannon and a group of friends, including a few familiar faces from the show, gather for what was supposed to be a celebratory evening. At first, the footage seems like any other night in the life of an OC housewife: expensive cocktails, designer dresses, and plenty of gossip. Shannon, ever the life of the party, is seen laughing and chatting animatedly, her signature smile lighting up the room. But as the night progresses, something shifts. The usually composed Shannon begins to unravel, her laughter growing louder, her movements more erratic. The camera, though shaky, captures it all. The sharp turn from fun to frenzy. It starts with a heated argument between Shannon and one of her closest friends. The cause of the fight isn't clear, but Shannon's voice rises above the din, slurring her words as she accuses her friend of betrayal. The other party, clearly uncomfortable, tries to de-escalate the situation, but Shannon is having none of it. She's determined to have the last word, her anger simmering just beneath the surface. As the argument escalates, Shannon's behavior becomes increasingly unpredictable. She knocks over a glass, sending shards of crystal across the table, and then, to the shock of everyone present, starts to berate the staff. Her words are harsh, dripping with entitlement as she demands better service, oblivious to the discomfort of those around her. The other housewives exchange uneasy glances, but no one steps in to stop Shannon, perhaps fearing her wrath or the inevitable public fallout. But the most damning part of the footage comes later in the night. As the party winds down and the guests begin to leave, Shannon, clearly inebriated, stumbles out of the venue. The camera follows her as she fumbles for her keys, insisting that she's fine to drive. Her friends try to stop her, pleading with her to call a car service, but Shannon, in her drunken bravado, waves them off. What follows is a nerve-wracking few minutes as Shannon gets behind the wheel, her friends' worried faces reflected in the rearview mirror. The footage ends abruptly, leaving viewers with a sense of dread and an unanswered question: what happened next? As the footage makes its way online, the reaction is swift and brutal. Social media erupts with shock, disappointment, and outrage. Fans and critics alike weigh in, dissecting every second of the video, speculating on the fallout and questioning Shannon's judgment. The hashtag Shannon Beeren scandal starts trending, with viewers demanding answers and accountability. Inside the world of The Real Housewives, the fallout is immediate. Cast members, some of whom were present that night, are forced to confront the situation head-on. Rumors swirl about who leaked the footage and why. Was it an act of revenge by a disgruntled friend, or a calculated move by a rival housewife looking to take Shannon down a notch? Shannon, meanwhile, goes into damage control mode. She issues a statement through her publicist, apologizing for her behavior and acknowledging that she made a mistake. She expresses regret for her actions, particularly for getting behind the wheel while intoxicated, and promises to seek help. But the statement, while contrite, does little to stem the tide of criticism. The damage is done, and the footage has already left an indelible mark on Shannon's public image. Behind the scenes, the tension is palpable. Producers scramble to figure out how to address the scandal on the show. Some push for it to be included in the upcoming season, arguing that it's too big of a story to ignore. Others worry about the ethical implications of airing such sensitive material, particularly given the potential legal consequences of Shannon's actions. Ultimately, the decision is made to include the footage, but with a disclaimer about the seriousness of drunk driving and a reminder that reality TV, while entertaining, has real-life consequences. As the new season premieres, viewers tune in with a mix of anticipation and trepidation. The episode featuring the scandal is heavily promoted, billed as a must-watch event. When the footage finally airs, it's clear that the producers have opted to show the raw, unfiltered reality of that night. The camera doesn't shy away from the uncomfortable moments, the shattered glass, the angry outburst, the dangerous decision to drive. It's a stark contrast to the usually glamorous portrayal of life in the OC, a reminder that even the rich and famous aren't immune to making bad choices. In the aftermath, Shannon's future on the show is uncertain, while some fans rally behind her, urging her to take this as an opportunity for growth and redemption. Others call for her to be removed from the cast, arguing that her actions were reckless and irresponsible. The other housewives, too, are forced to pick sides, with some expressing support for Shannon and others distancing themselves from the scandal. For Shannon Beeren, the road ahead is fraught with challenges. The footage has cast a shadow over her life, both on and off the screen. Her reputation, once carefully curated, is now in tatters, and she faces an uphill battle to rebuild it. Whether she can weather the storm and come out stronger on the other side remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the world of The Real Housewives of Orange County will never be the same.